What's up, Trekkies? Hi, so it's the last Trek Tuesday of 2017. Basically what that means is I'm going to be figuring out what the heck happened this year. Because I've been doing a lot of research this morning. So, and then we'll talk about stuff that's already been sort of hinted at or said is going to happen in the next year. So, we're looking at like release notes for January 26th, and that was when Signs Importance came out. The Zenkethi Battle Zone at the Gongkra system. That's fun. At the time it was great, but now it's like virtually abandoned. You get better, regular stuff out of the Badlands. If you're just looking for like marks and stuff to convert into stuff, you get much better out of Badlands, but because it's like you get like 3 or 4 people in Gongkra all the way out there and you're like, yay. You can't get anything done because the objectives take, I don't know, they're a little buggy. Like I said, it was fun at the time because you had like 20 people in there doing great things, but now it's like, meh. We got gravity kills, which again, was fun at the time. Now people are like trying to bum rush it and get sucked into the black hole, although there's an accolade for that. The Zenkethi front, I still do that every once in a while. That one's just to get some marks, and I'm like, because it's fairly easy to do in space. It's very, very straightforward. The Lucari Restoration Initiative had some great things in it. Got that fist weapon. Was just looking through stuff and I realized I had a lot of Lucari marks still. And I was like, is there anything I can make? Is there anything I didn't want? And I saw the piezoelectric wrist thing and I was like, I should make this. And it's got like 2 firing modes. It's got a splash damage or a splash heal mode. And it's like, cool. They also updated the Alpha Quadrant map to include the new sectors based around Zenkethi space. And we got that little like mine ring, or the, not mines, but like the don't ever go here. February 14th, so Valentine's Day 2017. Console got Agents of Yesterday, so you can create your 23rd century captain. That was fun. It seemed like, and I went through and saw the entire release notes list, and it lists what's console and what's not, so it's like, this was like far apart, and now they're starting to squeeze console and PC together, which is good. Hopefully, hopefully in future stuff, I can be like, hey, console, this is happening on Tuesday for you guys. PC, this will happen on Thursday. Just be patient. Which means hopefully if they bring out ships, it'll be news before I do Trek Tuesday, not coming out Wednesday for when PC gets released. They're getting really close on them, and they might still keep them a little bit different, but they're really close together now. It's also when the anniversary event kicked in, and that was for console, and you guys got the Krenim Science Vessel with that fun console that I love. You just have to be really close to things. You guys also opened up Armadas at the time. That's cool. You guys got, at the same time, you got dumped like new reputations, Temporal Defense Initiative, Nukara Strike Force, and Terran Task Force. Like they were throwing stuff at you guys. You got the Badlands Battle Zone and K-13 all in the same release day. I'm looking at this, been like, I remember that. And it was just like, you guys got content thrown at you. Then on 4/25, April 25th, we got the featured episode Mirrors and Smoke. That's when we when we found out about the Kentari and their like polluted planet. We also got our war game scenarios and the competitive war games reputation. That's when we kind of got PvE, I guess. It's PvE/P, because in some of them, you can actually attack other players, and other ones you can't, but you're racing against other players. That's when the space balance changes came through. Oh yeah. That was nuts. Basically going to be tweaking science. A lot. And they did. For amazing. They slimmed down Delta Quadrant missions so that you aren't required to have to go back to Kobali Prime. And like you can do all of Kobali Prime, or you can do the space missions. You don't have to bounce back and forth like we had to when it came out, and it was a really terrible leveling experience from 50 to 60 at the time. So I'm glad they streamlined that. That's also when carrier pets became so much better. They're now immune to warp core breaches. All player carrier pets now have layered defenses 3, which is an immunity to 1 torpedo every 30 seconds. Carrier pets now have increased damage, hit points, power draining, shield healing, and shield draining. So yay Delta Flyers, which have Tachyon Beam 3. Carrier pets that previously had Scratch the Paint will receive the following. Whole bunch of lists. I'm not going to go over it right now. Just reputation projects now sort their projects in the same order. Is this when they added in? Yes. They added in bonus marks. Because the elite marks, or what I call the super marks, you can turn in 3 for 1,000, but if you have 30 of them, you can turn it in for 10,000. If you have 60, you can turn it in for 20,000, rather than have to do projects of 3 over and over and over. Which is beneficial because, like, you go down to the Dyson ground, and you do all the stuff there, and you get like 5 just for killing the Viriosaurs, because you get 1 for each Viriosaur, or V-Rex, and then 2 just for doing it. And it's like, that's 5, and you could sit there and spam that. You just like let it cycle if you're just really into ground and want to blow stuff up, or test out a new weapon, or get better at ground, for Christ's sake. Next time Arena Sompek comes around, you're not going to be a failboat. Then October 3rd is when we got the Geordie mission with Melting Pot, the new and the Miracle Worker specialization, which looks fun, but very strange. I guess I'm still interested in looking at it. I've already maxed it out right now, but I don't have any of those ships. I don't have any ships with the Miracle Worker specialization, so. January Colony fleet holding. My fleet's not even halfway done with that. I've run out of dilithium, basically, to pay for the fleet projects, and, like, nobody's giving their dilithium. Trying to get as much dilithium in the back built up as I can. That's why I'm going and doing, like, Dyson Ground and Space Battle Zone, because you can beam up and then zip over to that one, and it's, like, right there. I'm doing a lot of those so I can get the stuff, and I am going down and using my, like, 150 VIP mining rewards. So that's that. And the Zenkethi Red Alert showed up, which, again, is fun, but some people try to bum rush it, and that just doesn't work very well. They try to kill all the ships without worrying about the torpedoes, and thankfully I know what intercept is for with your fighters. Sometimes I have to zip back and forth and kill all the torpedoes. Oh, this year we also got the Ferengi Admiralty rewards, but then they had to tweak it because we were having way too much gold price latinum. Which is true. So that's fun. And then, so they reduced that. They reduced the GPO rewards and gave it EC because people care more about EC than GPO. Heavy escort weapons got renamed to experimental weapons. Experimental proton weapon has been renamed to Dyson proton weapon. I was wondering about that one. I didn't actually read the thing. Resolved an issue that prevented target subsystems from working with turrets. That's nice. Yeah, they don't work with just beams anymore, so that's cool. They're going to work with both of my dual heavy cannons on the front. I don't have to. I mean, I still like having my Omni beams on the back, just because they're Omni beams, but I don't need them anymore. I mean, I could put turrets back there, but I would lose my set bonuses because both of my offensive sets require the Omni beam because they're a torpedo, Omni beam, or no, it's the dual heavy torpedo, dual heavy cannon console, and then the Krenim torpedo in the back, the Omni beam, and then the other console, and then all the rest of Vesta consoles, and the plasmonic lead. That's what's pretty much come out this year. We've had like that season 12, 13, and 14 in one go. So I'm looking down here. Yeah, Agents of Yesterday. The expansion came out July 2016. And then season 12, January 26th. Season 13, April 25th. Season 13-5, when we got the Endeavor system, the Ferengi Alliance, that's when that all came in. That was July 18th, and then season 14 was on October 3rd. Had a lot coming out this year. There was a lot in 2015 also. There wasn't much in 2016. But hopefully with upcoming content, as I'm seeing, because when season 14 came out, they also gave us a little teaser with the victory is life, and that's Jem'Hadar. That's a Jem'Hadar saying. You think it's Klingon, but it's technically Jem'Hadar. Klingons are more victory or death sort of thing. Whereas with the Jem'Hadar, they're like, I am something about like, I am currently dead. I go into battle to reclaim my life. Yada yada. So that's what's going on with that. Because they tease it with like the wormhole opening and a bunch of Dominion ships come out. So it's entirely possible that we will go and have sections in the Gamma Quadrant. I can only suspect that maybe something is terrorizing the Dominion, which is saying something, considering they're a significant force in the Gamma Quadrant. But if something is terrorizing them and whatnot, then we already have basically a mission in the Gamma Quadrant. I mean, we have the one where we have to go through with a shuttle with the Ferengi person, but when we go into the future with the temporal stuff and that planet that has like a giant ring around it, and we're fighting the Krenim around over the planet and whatnot, that's actually in the Gamma Quadrant. Just letting you guys know that again. That's in the Gamma Quadrant. So yeah. Hopefully summer 2018, that will happen. Coming up here next after the winter event will be the anniversary event. I have no news on that one. STO Wiki's thing says here, current and upcoming events. We're currently season 14 Emergence. Q's Winter Wonderland will go until January 18th. Phoenix Prize Pack just ended. Hopefully you guys got some ships, or at least a lot of Phoenix upgrades. So those are fun. R&D weekend will be coming up next weekend, the 4th through the 8th. Then it says 8-year anniversary, but I want to say the more year 8 anniversary. That's in February 2018, and then expansion 4, summer 2018. So I'm thinking we're going to have expansion 4, and then shortly after that will be the summer event with Ryza. So that'll be fun. And hopefully something about expansion 4 will be with will be summer event ship, because the summer events don't really have, I mean, I don't, they could bring back another ship and like make it tier 6, like the Corvette or the cruiser, but they could always, make something that's like, I don't know. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys have a great 2018. We'll see what's happening for all this stuff. I'm like 3/4 done with my thing, so possibly next week for the new year, on the 2nd, I will have a review of how that ship, that escort flies, got. Help me. I'll catch you guys next year.